Hey everyone, welcome back to Behind the Grape. First day of school for some of us. For me, not till next week, if it stays open that long. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater today. The weather has changed here in Toronto, and now I am in a sweater. And I wore jeans for the first time in probably months today. So the weather is changing. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about my wardrobe in school. We're here to talk about wine and beverage and hospitality. And so today I went out and I was specific in my requirements and my needs. And I wanted to find something interesting from Germany. Now, typically when you think of Germany, the first thing that pops into your head is Riesling. And rightly so. Riesling is the king grape of Germany. Pretty much in every region or Anbaugebieten, Riesling is king. But here, I went to a different region, or a different Anbaugebieten, along the Main River, and that was the Anbaugebiet of Franken and the grape Sylvaner. What is Sylvaner? I've never heard of it. It's probably what some of you are saying. Sylvaner is a very neutral, high-acid white grape. Its parents are Savagnin and Traminer. It is found in predominantly in Franken, where it's the #1 producer. Over 80% of the grapes in Franken are white, and the majority of them are Sylvaner, followed by Müller-Thurgau, and then by Riesling. There's 6,100 planted acres of vines in Franken, and the majority, like I say, are Sylvaner. You do see more plantings of Sylvaner, however, in the Rheinhessen, but it's Franken that gets all the love, excuse me, for this particular grape. You also see it across the border in France, in Alsace, and you see a little bit of it in a different variation in Austria as well. Oddly enough, you know, Sylvaner, it's so revered overseas, like people know it well, and we don't see a lot of it here. But in the Zotzenberg Grand Cru in Alsace, by law, they can have 4 grapes go into their Grand Crus: Gewürztraminer, Pinot Gris, Riesling, and Sylvaner in Grand Cru. So technically, you could have 100% Sylvaner Grand Cru, but the wine laws in France and in Alsace in particular, you couldn't label it as Sylvaner Grand Cru. You just have to label it as Zotzenberg Grand Cru. But just goes to show you, it is a grape worth exploring. Like I said, it's along the Main River. There's 3 Bereichs of Franken. You have Mainbereich, Maindreich, and Steigerwald, and they're all around the Main River in Franken. So the wine itself, if we look at it, it's like pale green, golden reflections, very clear, very bright. There is very good viscosity, but the nose, say it's not a smack you in the face nose, but it's certainly what comes out right away is the lemon peel, lemon juice, lime peel, lime juice, a little bit of pith as well. Like, it's very bright on those. Not a lot on the floral. Like, maybe a slight touch of baby's breath, but it's, and oddly enough, excuse me, the minerality stands out on the nose even. Like, what I'm getting right away is, picture a hot summer's day, and then the rain hits, and then you smell the rocks, and you can smell that smell it's in your head from a child. That's what I'm getting here. A lot of that and some crushed rock, limestone. Yep. Little Granny Smith apple, like the Granny Smith apple skin, a little bit of core. Well, let's taste it. Yeah, that is high acid. That is tear the enamel off your teeth acid. As much as I love this wine and this grape, too much of it and I'm at the dentist, because the enamel is going to be gone. But there's a lot of the mimicking going on, like that lemon skin, lemon peel juice, lime juice, lime zest, pith, that Granny Smith apple skin, very tart. Not bitter, it's tart. And then that high acidity, that limestone minerality, crushed rock minerality. soft florals. It's got good alcohol as well. It's 13.5% alcohol. I don't know if you can see it on there, but there is like there's great viscosity, nice thick tears coming down. So a little high on the alcohol for my take on a high acid wine, but it's not offensive at all. Like this is a delicious glass of wine on a hot summer's day. Simply sit back and crush this out with, again, some oysters, some burrito mo, schnitzel. I'll do some Thai food with some heat just to help cut some of that acidity down. Very versatile one because of the acidity and even because of the alcohol, because it does add, to me, like an artificial weight to the wine that I quite enjoy. It's very pleasing. And then we showed it here at the beginning, but take a look at the bottle. Now that's a pretty cool bottle. It's called a Boxbeutel, and it's protected by the EU, and you do see it obviously in Franken, and you see it in Baden as well in Germany. Nowhere else in Germany do you see it. You see different variations of it in Greece and Italy for some of their bottlings, but the name eludes me at the moment. But also something, you know, you're going to a party and you show up with this, and then you start throwing out the word Boxbeutel and Baugebieten, and you know, you can have yourself a little bit of fun at the party, and tell the story. So you know, we're so focused on the grapes that we know, and the regions that we know. I just thought it'd be a little fun to look at Sylvaner, to look at a Boxbeutel, and to look at a wine that is so pleasing and so inexpensive. It was sub $20 at the LCBO and Vintages. So to me, it's worth every penny. I mean, I'd probably pay up to $25 for this because it really is a refreshing glass of wine. And even though it's a quote-unquote neutral wine, for me, it delivers far more pleasing results than your Pinot Grigio. So I urge you all to get it there. Try a Sylvaner. If it's not Sylvaner, try something maybe that you wouldn't necessarily try from a region you wouldn't necessarily look at. That's how we learn. That's how we have fun, and it's how we grow our palate. When we were kids, if we didn't like Brussels sprouts, we tried them different ways until we liked them. Some of us not always did like them, but the point is, try new things, open the palate, and see where the journey takes you. All right. I hope you guys all have a great night, and if you can, head out to your LCBO and pick up a little Sylvaner. Have a great night, everyone.